first allow me to introduce myself in the way that I was taught. Gayao yohak do sok, dok dain tana kat, kau kitak, kau dukandu ay hutsiti, ushkatanyari ay kat, ha ishik dihini do sok, shango kedidat kan akdat kawe hutsiti. My name is Tagaban. My Tlingit name is Gayao. I'm of the Duk-Dain-Ton clan, the Raven Freshwater Sockeye clan from Hoona, Alaska. I'm the child of a Wishkiton, Eagle Shark clan from Occoquan in Juneau, Alaska, the grandchild of a Thunderbird. I'm Cherokee, Tlingit, and Filipino. I tell people that I'm an Indo-Pino. And so the origins of the Raven dance, it is my clan. I'm of the Raven clan, of the Duk-Dain-Ton. And so growing up, I was taught of the Raven clan. I was told the stories of Raven, the trickster of Southeast Alaska, the trickster of the Tlingit people. And there's many stories of Raven, that trickster. And so that's where the story came from. I was taught that our life is a story. My grandpa, he told me, son, you tell a good story. Your life's a story, you're a storyteller. You tell a good story, that way you get my age, you got something to talk about. And so the Raven dance I do is a reflection of my story, of how I grew up when I was a young boy, and how I always wanted to be the Raven dancer. And so they told me I was a little too young, I was too small. So I had to learn, I had to watch, and I had to listen. So that's what I did. I watched, I listened, and I learned until it was one day for me to step into the place of my uncle, of my teacher, and fill those shoes and become the Raven dancer that I have always had that vision of being since I was a little boy. Ever since I was small, I saw that, the dance, the Raven dance. And it's interesting, I didn't really speak about it until maybe I was in high school. But inside, I always knew that. I always knew that inside, that that is what I wanted to do. And so when it was time to actually voice it, is where spirit, energy started to go in that direction. But yeah, it was always inside of me. I always knew it. As an Indian man, the spiritual aspect, and just as a tribal person, the spiritual aspect of doing this dance and doing it in a good way. You see, my grandma, she told me, she goes, you know, when you go out there, son, you're just not representing you. You represent your family, and you represent your clan, and you represent the peoples. You see that you may be the only Indian native person that these people ever see. So you also represent the spirit of our ancestors. So you go out there, you do a good job, because you never know You never know who's going to see and take it in. And so with that, when I dance, it's just not me up there making the movements, but it is how I fill the space inside here and inside here. I fill it with the song and the music, but not only that, I fill it with the images of my ancestors and my teachers. And just connecting with that part of you is spirit. You know what, I'll tell you what, how do I feel when I'm doing the dance? Is strong. I feel powerful, I feel proud. I feel happy. Because I'll tell you what, because I can see out of that mask when I'm doing that dance, and then I see the faces of the people, especially the faces of the children, and that awe and amazement. What it does, it takes me back to the time what I must have looked like when I saw the Raven dance when I was just a small boy. When I sat there and I saw that, and I was going, one day I'm going to be that Raven dancer. And so with that, even I've had so many kids come up to me, white, black, red, or yellow, and they've come up to me and they've asked me, can I be the Raven dancer? And I said, absolutely. You are the Raven dancer when you're spreading your wings and you're flying. Let your spirit soar, let your spirit fly. You could be anything you want. Anything you want. Just spread your wings and go for it.
Washington Indian tribes are investing in the environment. The Nisqually tribe has undertaken the restoration of the Nisqually River Delta.
The goal of the project is to remove all the dikes, reflood the estuary, and helping back the salmon runs.
The Delta is a huge piece of our environmental efforts. So we feel this really deep internal desire to keep the river as well as these surrounding prairies in the best shape possible.
Who says that all good things must come to an end? That nothing lasts forever? That you can't turn the tide for good? For us, protecting nature comes so naturally. We're the tribes in Western Washington, stewards, and have been for centuries to come.
You know, sometimes, yes, I'm known as an ambassador or even a bridge for Native peoples, diversity, communication. The thing is, my vision is that I believe that the answer to global transformation, global influence, is held within the traditions of the native peoples, that wisdom, that knowledge. Our ancestors were brilliant. They were geniuses. But it's up to us who are here today to be present to that, to stand, and we're not giving away the culture. We're caretakers of the culture. Creator, as we say, Tikian Kawu, gave us this beautiful gift of this knowledge. It's up to us to be present to it and to share that knowledge. And when we share the knowledge, it's not like people want to grab it and take it. They will embrace it. They will embrace it and take that knowledge and wisdom, those values, those beliefs with them. You see that they want this knowledge. They want it. And so they were so willing to go out and grab it. And so if they get a little bit, they want to grab it, hold on to it. It's like as if it's their own. But if we are freely sharing of it, they will embrace it and use it in a good way. But it's up to us to stand and be present to that and to teach. I truly believe that we have the answers to global transformation. Gonna teach, It's good that you are here. I'm reminded of a story about how Raven was walking along the beach. It was the beginning of time. The world was dark. The stars, the moon and sun were kept in boxes by a wealthy old man. He lived at the headwaters of the Nass River. The fishermen of the night told Raven of these treasures. And so Raven, he went to the house of the old man. Raven went to the house of Nashakaankawu. It was there that Raven saw Nashakankawu's beautiful daughter. She was drinking water from the stream. So Raven, he changed his spirit into a tiny hemlock needle. And when the beautiful daughter went to drink water, Raven fell into her cup. And when she drank, she swallowed. And she swallowed Raven. And soon she became pregnant and gave birth to Raven in the form of a human child. Now, everyone loved this child, everyone except the mother-in-law. She knew that it was really Raven, because if you've seen a raven's eyes, they go up, down, back, forth, and all around. Everyone thought she was crazy, this mother-in-law, and you'll still find to this day that still nobody listens to the mother-in-law. Raven had a plan. He was going to get the stars, the moon, and sun for all the people of the world. Raven, he pointed to the corner of the house, the box that contained the stars, and they began to cry. No, you can't have that. But like all grandfathers, he gave in. And so he took the box down and he placed it in front of his grandson. He says, "You don't open that box." And that baby looked up at him, nodded his head. So Raven, he played on that box. He ate on the box. He danced on that box. And when nobody was looking, Raven, he opened that box. And out of the box flew the stars into the nighttime sky forever. Akadias Nashakakawu, my precious objects are gone forever. But he couldn't be upset. He loved his little grandson. Raven pointed to the other corner of the house, the box that contained the moon, and he began to cry. The old man goes, "Oh, you can't have that." But like all grandfathers, he gave in to his grandson. He took that box down and he placed it in front of his grandson. And he says, "You don't open that box." And that baby looked up to him, gave him a thumbs up. But he played on that box. He ate on the box. He danced on that box. And when nobody was looking, Raven, he opened that box. And out of the box flew the moon into the nighttime sky forever. Akadias Nashakakawu, my precious objects are gone forever. Yet he couldn't be upset. He loved his grandchild. Raven, he pointed to the other corner of the house, the box that contained the sun. And he started to cry. Raven cried and cried and cried. He cried so much that he got sick, and he got so sick that the people thought that he might die. And it was the beautiful daughter. She picked up her son and said, "Father, is there anything worth more than the life of your grandchild? Oh, you taught me a good lesson." So he took the box down and placed it in front of his grandchild. And he says, "You peoples, you watch my grandson. You don't let him open the box." Raven is patient, you see. So Raven played on that box. He ate on the box. He slept on the box. He danced on that box. But soon the people got tired, and so they slept. Some of them got hungry, so they went to eat. And when nobody was looking, Raven opened the box, and the sun flew into the nighttime sky forever. "Oh, Kadi, my precious objects are gone forever." Nashakakawo came up to the people and says, "Why didn't you watch my grandson?" And they all went, "I don't know." But when nobody was looking, Raven, he changed his spirit back into a bird again. And he took the last box, the one that is called the box of daylight. And he flew out the smoke hole with it. Raven was walking along the beach, and he's got the box of daylight with him. He comes up to the fishermen of the night, and he says, "Feed me." And they had a fire, and they refused. So Raven, he took that last box, the box of daylight, and he opened it, and daylight flashed throughout the world. The fishermen of the night, they ran away and hid. Some hid in the stars. Some hid in the sky, in the waters. Some hid in the forests. They became all the creatures of the world. The birds, the animals, the fishes, and then there are the ones who stood up straight and tall. They became the human beings. And they saw their world clearly for the first time, and they marveled at the beauty of it. This is how Raven brought daylight to the world. You see, we are the stars. We are the moon and sun. We are the light of the world. Open your box, let your light shine. The world is waiting for you. Ho, ho. Do I carry my ancestors with me? Absolutely. I travel all over the country, and I speak to thousands of people. I can't do this alone. I need strength, I need help. And so I know my ancestors are with me, behind me, surrounding me, holding me up in that place of honor and reverence. And I hold them in that place of honor and reverence. So do I hold my ancestors with me? Absolutely. I couldn't do this without them.
Washington's Indian tribes are investing in education. In Auburn, the Muckleshoot tribe just opened a new state-of-the-art $40 million school for up to 500 students in grades K through 12.
The tribe has made an investment in the Muckleshoot people, not just into facilities, but into the people to gain an education.
We want our children to be able to succeed in life. We want them to be able to compete with anyone in the world and achieve whatever they need to in their lives.
Washington's Indian tribes are investing in jobs. Job-creating investments like the $350 million container terminal in Tacoma.
Puyallup Tribe, through Marine View Ventures, is partnering with SSA Marine to develop a 200-acre, 3-berth terminal, which at full build-out will be the largest terminal in the Pacific Northwest.
Tribal governments are investing in Washington's economy, creating jobs in many different industries. Everyone's working together to make it happen.
Stish, ho, ho. Una stish. Una stish, ho, ho. Antach, gut, gut. Ides to Dante. Antach, gut, gut. Ides to Dante. Yo, 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 I sing that song, a song composed by George Hawley. It is a new song, but it speaks about the words from Jenny Schlanat when she was addressing one of our leaders, Austin Hammond, Donawach, about how I could walk into the forest with my gratitude to you for all the work that he has done. And so I sing that song in honor of those who have walked on. You see, so many of our elders are passing on. They're passing on. And so now, it is our time. It's our time to step up, to share the stories, the songs, and be present, and to teach our people, to bring them that good spirit. It's our time, our time. And so I say, Gonalchish to our ancestors. Gonalchish, for I am their purpose. I am their prayers, as you are. It is our time.
Well, culture is important to the Suquamish people because it's an honoring of our ancestral ways and traditions and the ways that have been part of this landscape for thousands of years. So for us, we're honoring our ancestors, and we're also building for our future generations, our youth.
You are welcome to come ashore, and yes, our culture is alive.
I couldn't be more proud of the Suquamish.